What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. So as of right now, Elimination Chamber and Monday Night Raw are currently in the books. But in today's video, we will be discussing the social media turmoil that has taken place surrounding one of our key matchups. So I won't be wasting any more of you guys' time. I have my nice piping hot cup of tea and we are about to get into the video. First things first, Rhea Ripley has won the Elimination Chamber. Congratulations to mommy. Which was not shocking at all because why else would Creative take the tag titles off of Rhea the night before Elimination Chamber? Going into Saturday, I was 100% behind Raquel Rodriguez. If you watch my channel and you keep up with my videos, then you know that I am a big Raquel fan, and especially since the Royal Rumble, Liv winning the Royal Rumble, I have been basically advocating for Raquel to win some sort of title. But there is still hope because we are getting a #1 contenders gauntlet for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And this includes Lyra, Bayley, Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, and Ivy Nile. Now, I personally thought that Raquel was the MVP of the Elimination Chamber. And if we're going off of performance alone, I think there's an argument to say that Raquel definitely should have won the Elimination Chamber. But we know that that is not how things work in the WWE. Now, let's get into the drama that is Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. I gotta tell you guys, come in a little closer, come here. The girls are fighting. Say hello. Say hi. Hello. This is Rukia, everybody. She has made appearances on my TikTok, but now this is her first appearance on my YouTube page. But since Elimination Chamber, there has been a wave of Twitter exchanges. Not just between Rhea and Jade, but involving multiple women in the locker room. So first, this would stem from a tweet that was posted by Today in Historia. And by the way, great username. I love it. But in this tweet, they would basically share the history of Rhea Ripley and Wrestlemania. The tweet would say, so, Rhea Ripley goes to her 7th Wrestlemania in a row. She'll have competed for a belt in every one of them. She'll have competed for 6 different titles. And so Rhea Ripley would share this and say, yes, I'm that bitch. Which is obviously picking at Jade. But then Jade would respond and say, no, boo, you were the second option. At me next time so I see it. And then Rhea would reply with a repost of a couple of videos or receipts for Jade. And in these videos, Jade is basically proposed the question, who are some of the women that you look forward most to going up against in the ring? And in both of the videos, she would say Rhea Ripley. Then Jade would post another video refuting this, where she is also in an interview where she names Charlotte as also someone she would want to face in the future. And in this tweet, Jade would say, ha, I just be talking. And which member of our social media team found that video for you? Because we know they always have to find a way to keep you on top going into Mania. And she's essentially broadening the conversation and saying that, you know, Rhea Ripley isn't the only one on my radar. And she is also referencing something that the IWC has stated multiple times. And many people are not a huge fan of the fact that Rhea Ripley always tends to remain in the main event or title picture. Rhea Ripley would respond with, all you seem to do is talk. And that's literally it. Jade would reply, talk? Like the hours you spend talking to Creative? Rhea says, you're funny. That's funny. Now we know you really do be talking out of your ass because everything you say is bullshit. Don't spread lies on my name, you dumb bee. And then she would follow up with, oh God, another victim. Will you girls lighten up and stop crying? We haven't even started yet, boo. Jade says, hit dogs will holler. Holla, holla, holla. But then things would escalate when Chelsea Green chimed in on Twitter. Chelsea Green would chime in to say Rhea is proof that you can be kind, respectful, and the most talented wrestler in the world. Now, personally, when I first saw the tweet, I did not think that Chelsea Green was automatically shading Jade directly. I just thought that she was in support of Rhea Ripley. But in situations like this, it could come off as if you're picking sides, especially when the other party, being Jade, is in a feud with Rhea Ripley. And I've seen a lot of people in the IWC claiming that this was not the first time that Chelsea Green came for Jade. So I was trying to do a little research, and I was trying to find something that alluded to Jade and Chelsea maybe having issues before, and I really couldn't find anything, or I couldn't find anything concrete. That part may just be speculation from the IWC, but you do with that as you will. Cargill would respond to Green saying, "It's no point to even go and embarrass you on this app. You always have something to say about everything." Damn, hit dogs really do holler. Woof woof. Jade, keep tap dancing Chelsea. Woof woof. There's a lot of infatuations with dogs here. Then Piper Niven would join the chat, and this is where it started to feel a little bit bigger than just Rhea and Jade. Piper says, "Who the even said anything about you? Contrary to your belief, the world doesn't actually revolve around you. No point to even embarrass you on this app. Give you enough ring time and you'll do it yourself." Jade says, "Hey Piper, I hope you're healing okay. Can't wait to give you some ring time. Yeah, maybe by the time you're back from your many vacations, I'll finally be recovered. Lick my ring, you boot." Now, I don't know what this means, but I'm assuming maybe it has something to do with Scottish heritage. Let's see if I can find something. Hold on. Okay, so lick my ring, you boot is an insulting Scottish phrase, okay, used to tell someone to act submissively or show excessive deference to the speaker, combining an arrogant demand with a derogatory insult. So you boot or boot is a term of contempt for someone, similar to calling them ugly or useless. Basically, she's telling Jade to grovel, I guess is what she's saying. "That's above your pay grade, Piper. Relax." Piper replies with, "Loyalty is priceless, something you wouldn't know anything about. Besides, I'd beat the brakes off of you for free." It's piping hot, too hot. But where things got murky is when Rhea Ripley posted on her IG story, and that's when fans began questioning whether this was a work or something more. On Rhea's IG story, she would post, "Not having fun, not friends, learn to work and never lie to defame someone's real human character by breaking the fourth wall," quotation marks. And there are some reports out there that are suggesting that some of this tension is stemming from instances where Jade allegedly rubbed some women backstage the wrong way. And according to the PW Insider, Jade Cargill has been criticized by a number of talent for how she rubs others the wrong way, and that when the back and forth with Rhea began, it wasn't hard for others to want to jump in and voice their opinions. They cited this wasn't the first time Jade Cargill has upset others with how she conducted herself, and intimated that when there were reports about Cargill being hurt last year, the real reason she disappeared and spent time in the PC was to let personal issues going on at the time subside. Another source tried to downplay the situation, but later admitted that they expect management would step in and speak to Cargill about her relationship with the locker room. The source noted that everyone in the locker room has been happy to do whatever they need to do to get Cargill over, but that the respect they show her does not often feel requited. They described it as Cargill coming off insecure, when she shouldn't have any reason to feel that way. In my personal experience, I have not seen many previous issues involving Jade outside of a situation between her and I think it was Shayna Baszler. But beyond that, there hasn't been a consistent pattern from Jade Cargill, or at least that I am aware of or that is publicly known. A big part of me definitely thinks that this is a work simply because everything is extremely convenient right now. All of this unfolds directly after Elimination Chamber. And Jade's entire narrative or storyline has been her wanting to basically run through the entire women's locker room. However, it is also possible that there's a mix of storyline and reality here. Wrestling history show that when there's a hint of real tension and people just can't get along and don't like each other, it does elevate the product. And up until now, most of what we've seen between Jade and Rhea Ripley have just been passing by each other. In my personal opinion, these promos and interactions leading up to Mania is going to tell me everything I need to know. Because up until now, all we've been hearing from Jade is "I'm that bitch." And I need more than that. Don't get me wrong, Twitter exchanges are engaging, but Wrestlemania level feuds need strong and compelling segments. As I have said before, I have no issue with Jade. I think she has a lot of potential, but only defending your title like once since I think around November of 2025 and not really having any memorable moments or promos as champion, especially when you're opposite of someone like Rhea Ripley, who is widely viewed as someone who is the face of the company and a proven main event performer. Rhea Ripley is known for being strong in the ring, clean with her execution, and adaptable to a variable of opponents. And I think this can actually benefit Jade, especially having someone like Rhea Ripley cater to her moveset. I do believe that there is a significant spotlight on her, especially if this match is being positioned as a main event match. But as of right now, based on solely what I have seen, I'm just not fully convinced yet that this is a guaranteed WrestleMania main event. Now, if Jade comes out and gives us memorable promos and she gives us a classic of a match, I will happily take back everything that I said. But there could also be a couple additions to this match. Just as much as we've seen Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill teased on SmackDown, we have seen Charlotte Flair and Jade have standoffs as well. Could this possibly turn into a triple threat match? Or do Charlotte and Alexa pivot to focus on the tag titles again? Nothing is confirmed, but there are pieces on the board. It's just a matter of where WWE is going to move them. But that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A whole lot of speculation, a whole lot of drama. Let me know in the comments, guys, do you think this whole Twitter war was just a work? Or is it real tension? Or is it somewhere in the middle? And how are you feeling about the cards on the WrestleMania slate so far? Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, share the video with your friends, and I'll catch you guys later.